don't see myself as the complaining Martha. I see myself as the Martha wanting to do the work. It's working for our Lord. It's doing it for Him. It's not for us, or it's not for me. It's I want to do for Him. He has been so good to me, so I just feel I should give back. I'm not one to really, work by myself. I like working with other people, but I just didn't feel I was worthy. I, like you said, felt my mother was, because she did so much more than I did. It was just a very happy-go-lucky, type of a family. My parents, loved us very much and did a lot, and were very involved in helping other people. We did more at home and working together, because there were 8 of us, so chores were kind of divided up amongst all of us as to what we did. And then I had an uncle who was a priest. We all went to Mass, usually together on Sundays, and had the big Sunday breakfast afterwards. And we would go again because we went with our grandmother, and it was usually the early Mass. There was a newspaper article and it said how good St. Catherine's was. It was rated very high. So we decided, okay, we want the best for our children. We had 5 children at that time. We had 2 that were enrolled at St. Catherine's and 2 that were enrolled in other schools because St. Catherine's didn't have enough room for them. So when John came to pay the registration fee and get the books and things like that, we were supposed to get the furniture, so I stayed at the house and he went with the 5 children. And this was a day they didn't fuss with one another. They were really good. So as John went in, I think Sister Imelda, the principal, felt sorry for him.
I love it.
And had all the children.
Except
at
everyone.
They renovated the church, and things weren't taken care of. And I think, I thought, oh gee, this is so dirty, and then this isn't being kept up with. And I'd come home and I'd say something to John, and he'd say, well, look, you're talking about it, but you're not doing anything about it. So we vacuumed the whole church. We maintained the sanctuary area, and keeping the altar cloths clean, replacing the candles. We get underneath the pews because sometimes you can't always get between the carpet and where the pew, sits on the floor. And we get under there and do that. We wash the kneelers. We wipe down all of the wood on the pews. We wash the floors. The bathrooms need to be cleaned. We clean the bathrooms. That there really is no job that is too little, do I want to say, for us to do. It's so down there on the bottom of the list of jobs that we can't do. We all can do it. There's just, I always felt I can't do something like that. Who am I to sit there with our Lord? It sets you up for the day. It prepares you for the day. It just, you just bring all your problems, and if something is going on, I need help. I'm always asking for help. It's kind of sad because my homebound Virginia just passed away, and it was really sudden, and so it was kind of a shock, to me. And you get close to them, and it's really hard. It's happened to me twice because they're just so sweet, and sometimes you're the only maybe person that they will see in a long time. So when I go, I know with Virginia, she thought an awful lot of Ronnie, so Father Ronnie. So we started saying the rosary together because we are doing that on Monday night, for a cure for Father Ronnie's cancer and for the other sick members of our parish. I just feel if I can spend some time and cheer somebody up, for a little bit, you really get to know their friends. You get to know their friends' parents. And, again, it's working together. You get to know the teachers. It's the people that you get to know as you're working. And it's worth it. It's to get involved with what your children are doing. If there's something going on in church, I will ask them, do you mind coming and helping us? And they're always willing to come, no matter what it is. I know they were here just this past Christmas, and we have a Mass in the Barrett complex. And so it was undoing that, taking down the altar. You ask them, what is going on in your day? What do you need to pray about, today? And sometimes it'll be a silly thing, and then sometimes it might be serious. It might be about a dog or a cat, I know Martha's dog or Helen's dog is not, it's sick, and so you're praying for a dog, and okay, that's okay, we're going to pray for the dog. There's 15 children, and it would be difficult to get the 15 together, so we take some from the east and some from the west, so they get to know one another, because they're so scattered. They can make up their own prayer for when we say Mass, or they can take this dice and roll it. It's just a little cube, and it has different prayers that you would say before mealtime. All of our conversations, we always end, I love you. I think that's very important. I think that there is a place for everybody. It doesn't make any difference what you can do. We all have got different talents, but we do have talents, and we can use those talents.